shit.
Eh?
Long as you're not a refugee, or a damn fae, you're welcome here. Greetings.
How could I tell Arik to go? We played Bell. It's safe from here to Rathir, but don't go south.
No vagrants, no beggars, no fae.
Lyria guide and protect you.
What's this?
For truly, my children, we are
Has anyone
loved and
seen
blessed
Candia
by
lately?
Lyria. Lyria, goddess of fate. I have heard from Graham how you aided those vagrants. I am disappointed that you did not do what was right. However, all that comes to pass is within Lyria's plan. Time and faith will reveal her vision. By my Lady Lyria's grace, I have the power to heal and to cure. Our village is a lesson in Lyria's blessings. Take the two villages, Tyrion's Rest and Culm. When the Tuathas struck this land, which stood strong? That which loved Lyria most. We must do what we can for our Alfar soldiers across the water. Mayra, our innkeep, takes donations for the cause. You may visit its ruins on the coast. They are a testament to what befall all who displease my Lady of Fate. Aethiof's daughter and the others who went to resettle there showed great ignorance as to the finality of her will. When the war brought Fae to our doors, there was but one righteous Almain, our own Aethiof. That is why we welcomed him and his willful daughter to our home. In the 10 years since war swept across these plains, I have guided this village by Lyria's light and by the wisdom of her teachings. I was a humble student of faith when I heard the call. It was so keen and clear. I left the temple that day to serve my people as I could. I am sure I don't know what you are speaking of. Do what? Are you accusing a daughter of Lyria of... Do you know who I am? If you persist in speaking nonsense, I will ask you to leave Tyrion's Rest. I have nothing more to say to you. If you persist in speaking nonsense, I will ask you to leave Tyrion's Rest. You, there.
Where would we
See
be
that a
without
guard
Priestess
keeps watch within
Coralon?
my sanctuary.
You're new. Not a refugee, are you? Don't look it. No Fae, no refugees, not in Tyrion's Rest. The priestess guides, and I guard. She lights the path, and I keep a sharp eye for those that stray. They'd have done well to lead a pious life before the war. They think they can come crawling here for a second chance. But it's too late. The wheat has been parted from the chaff. There is nothing for them but to accept their fate as Lyria dealt it. Tuatha, summer, winter, it makes no difference. They're no friend of mortal kind. What do you expect of a thing with no grasp of morality or honor or death? I fought in the war, but Priestess Corellon is my general now. Without her guidance, every one of us will be huddled in tents like refugees. I fought in Gallifore Plain and the War of Paris. Took a wound in Oriata's lance. I served my time, served with honor. I see. It's not pretty, but it had to be done. If you'd seen all that I have, those creatures are a menace. All Fae are the same. They look harmless enough, but what they are is a threat to all Alfar. So you can go and set that thing free. Do you take me for a fool? I've said all I've got to say. I don't need to defend what I've done to a green stripling of the likes of you. You're headed to Chloricon, then? And you wish to see what you're up against? This one is the summer variety, but it is no less dangerous. Take this key and try to be discreet. Well?
Fuck. Oh god, what'd you send me?
This is my adopted home. The people have been good to me here. But there is no use talking to them of certain things. I gave up trying long ago. The village stood alone along the Tuwili coast, overlooking the sea. It was one of the first places to fall when the Tuatha invaded. Culn has been abandoned for years, and it's a place best forgotten. Anella was determined to rebuild it, though. Anella led a group of refugees to the town of Culn. I warned her not to go, but she's always been a strong-willed girl. I should have heard from her by now, and the caravanners say that bands of Tuatha have landed on the coast. If anything happened to Anella, I don't know what I'd do. Please, help me. It's been 10 years since we drove the Tuatha from these lands, and still the refugees are living in tents on the Forsaken Plain. They've talked of resettling Culn. Anella took up their cause and agreed to lead them there. You will? At last! Mitharu bless you, friend. Anella led the refugees to the ruins of Culn on the Tuwili coast. Look for her there. If she's hurt, bring her back safely. If she's dead... I know what Culn meant to her. She was just a child when we fled. But this is folly. The ruins lie south of Rathia and the old battleground. If there's trouble, the settlers may have hidden, possibly in the village. Daughter. The gate swings open, but I am no freer than I was. Can you break this circle, mortal? My powers return. Benevolent child of dust, accept this gift. Find me among hill and dale. If you are hurt, I will heal you. First, I must leave this cave a little while, mortal, and renew myself with the land. I have not yet made up my mind what turn of seasons are due to him. I do not think they will be mild. The spell is cut like the tree's deep root. What powers she took from me have ceased to flow.
Those she holds dear prosper and thrive, yet the strong
be
and the
with
proud
you.
fall beneath her displeasure. Go in peace, be guided
Yes?
and blessed by Lyria, my children.
First, the Herald tree. Then the shapes of trees and heads and hawks, made by the white caps of the waves before they crashed. Then 1,000 other wonders in my lands have faded, failed, and fallen still. All I know and love is slipping from my grasp.
not a finer city in Amalur.
So many new faces in the market these days.
I'm an asshole for that.
What am I going to do? I've got to be going, but I can't. And I can't go back to Doveyan, but I must. I am the rightful heir to Doveyan, or I was at any rate. I've spent the last few years in lovely old Rathir, pretending like a fool nothing would change. It was my home. That was before I deeded it to the Althar army and went to Rathir with my pocket full of gold. It went 10 years untouched by the Tuatha foe. That's common knowledge. 10 years stuck in a cold stone prison was how I saw it. Honestly, I feel like a hare hunted by hawks out here. The war, my friend. The war. I've been called. The truth is, I should have been gone days ago. Only I'd be far more eager for the adventure if I had my family arms with me. They're in there, Doveyan. Ancestral staff and talisman. What any self-respecting Arn's worn to battle since time immemorial. If I hadn't left them somewhere in that damned tower, I'd be wearing them now. I'm not supposed to be here. I ought to have shipped out days ago. That's what I've been trying to say. I need, well, want to get my family arms and slip off before anyone knows I was here. Only how? You're serious, aren't you? Well, with any luck, the old staff and talisman are still in one piece back there, though I have my doubts. I'd pay just to know if they are or not. Thing is, Doveyan's an official army post now. To get in, you'll need an officer's pass. By tradition, an Arn bears staff and talisman to battle. My brother bore them in Oriator's stand and died of his wounds 3 days after. Only I left them in Doveyan when I gave it to the army. Goodness only knows where they are, or what shape they're in now. Arn family history's riddled with this cursed war. My father and brothers have done so much for the cause, I shouldn't have to lift a finger. Well, you need to get into Doveyan. For that, you'll need an officer's pass. You might borrow one. Or get hold of a forgery. Mooncamp might be good for that. Hurry if you can. They might find me any moment.
A prayer for our troops.
Now, if you'll attend here, these are the papers.
What? You need a...
A prayer for our troops.
A pleasant evening.
Well, you look capable. Stern in the brow, proud of bearing. You are just what we need to deliver these notices. You'll do it, won't you? You've got to do better than the last fellow. There's pay. It's for the war effort. Went and broke his little leg. Oh, Lunala's tears. Hasn't a notion of how important our work is. No sense of the bigger picture. I'm the chief of recruitment, and don't think I've got time to go around handing out notices. Those notices are only the beginning. We're in Rathir. This is the war effort. How do you think we get a steady flow of soldiers into Cluricon? You've got to be organized, and everyone's got to pitch in. Notices of duty to denizens of Rathia selected to serve. The work can be hard, and you've got to, well, look the part. I'll give you a list of names, and you get each of them to accept their card. Easy as that. Well, what do you say? Will you do it? What I need are boots on the ground in Cluricon. I shouldn't say this, but if anyone can't or won't accept their notice, find someone else. Or make them. Whatever you need to do. Take these cards, deliver them to Runir Wesnan, Maywin Wyvern Gif, Aefendel, and Varen Seawine. Almain? Odd. All can be found in Rathir, and I can be found in the officers' hall on the burn when you're finished. You can't fight a war without soldiers. True, we contract the Warsworn and volunteers arrive daily, but it's not always enough. Citizens of Rathir are selected on... well, the process is secret. Even I don't know how. They're selected, a notice is sent, and they serve. The names are Runir Wesnan, Maywin Wyvern Gif, Aefendel, and Varen Seawine. They're all in Rathir. Now, be on your way.
Man.
You? How in the... Erlich, that turncoat. I never should have trusted a liar to commit murder. That's what murderers are for. What do you want? Of course I did. I'm not the Lord of Dolve Arn. I'm not even from the Tawili coast. But what does it matter? I only did what I had to do. Don't we all? The Rathir authorities don't have to know. Keep this quiet and let me sail with this galley, and you can have the gold I received for the treasures of Kuln. I am a man of my word. Most of the time.
But I got my CO2 containers.
Nice.
No! You
And then I
wretch!
got
You will rue the day you
200
betrayed
drinks
Kras.
from
Do
the
you
gas
hear me?
station for tomorrow.
Come back.
And I get to attempt to make a kind of a bike safety bag. So that I can have all the stuff in it that I need. There would be mainly this stuff.
You're in want of something rare, something marvelous. Am I mistaken? Safe travel.
Tomorrow to set that up. Throw one of these in there. Hearing shit now. God damn it.
What happened?
I'm gonna go show him the bike real quick.
Okay.